So, welcome to another podcast. This is podcast number 6, 7, 5, 4. I don't know, 5.
We are not sure, but we are gonna do podcast as much as we can, and we are gonna talk about racing today.
Yes, today's podcast is about racing. Now, we all are big fans of Formula 1, and sadly, Formula 1 came to India for a few years, 11 years back. But Tavi, I could not see the race. I'm not sure if he also saw the race
It's
or not.
10, 11 years, sir.
2012-13 आसपास आया था Formula.
yeah.
But then due to a lot of issues, that's a long story. Formula 1 is no more in India. But finally, we have another Formula coming to India. That is Formula E happening in Hyderabad next week. I mean, this week when the video goes live. It happened this week, yeah. So it's happening in Hyderabad, and for the first time ever, Formula E is happening in Hyderabad, in India actually.
अभी फॉर्मूला बनाया है आप लोगों ने, अभी एक्सपेरिमेंट किया है या गाड़ी को?
इसमें फॉर्मूला कार होती है, उसमें एक ही बंदा होता है.
कितनी वैसी ही तेज चलती है जैसे पेट्रोल वाली गाड़ी.
So finally कुछ तो आया Formula, मतलब racing
So,
कुछ तो है.
Exactly. And to be very honest, I follow Formula 1 a little bit. I follow MotoGP by my heart.
Yeah.
And I don't know jack shit about what Formula is gonna
I
be.
also have zero idea. मुझे खाली teams के नाम पता है, वो भी only 4-5 names हैं. I know Mahindra Racing is there, of course. Nissan is there, Porsche is there.
Yes.
Maserati is there, Jaguar is there.
McLaren will also be there.
McLaren is there, yes.
Yes. And there are some weird names also with Kappa, something like that. I'm really
Kappa
sorry.
में
No offense, please.
No,
But
there are quite a few names. Actually, we are not sure कि मतलब क्या है. I've never seen a Formula E race, but I've played that on my phone. Real Racing 3 में भी है Formula E.
It goes like easy.
हाँ कुछ आवाज नहीं आती. There's no feel in those cars. I mean, the feel is there, but it's a different kind of feel. F1 में the cars are loud and you like the feel, you like the noise they make, right? In Formula E, it's like.
It's a silent version of a V10.
Yeah, very silent.
Yes. So let me just, why is it happening in India, and can you tell me?
Why is it happening? I mean, there's no reason as such. They made a track, तो कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. It's an
Where did they
international
make a
event.
track?
It's somewhere in Hyderabad. It's a street circuit, I think.
Oh.
Close to High Tech City is what I believe. So
Yes.
I'm actually looking forward to going there. I'll be cheering for Mahindra Racing. And hopefully it shall be a nice weekend. So the thing is, Friday को practice होता है वहाँ पे 30 minutes का. Saturday 3 p.m. is the race.
Okay.
And it gets over by 4:30.
Oh, nice.
Only 1.5 hour. तब तक वैसे ही बैटरी खत्म हो जाती है.
तो वो तो है, point तो है.
So in the pits they actually have those massive power banks. You know, if any car comes, सीधा उसको fast charge पे लगाओ.
What is the weight limit in this car? It's somewhere close to 500-800 kgs.
These cars have a weight of around 850 kgs, including the weight of the driver.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice.
And the cars are quite long, almost 5 meters long. Mahindra Racing की तो गाड़ी है, that is a little over 5 meters long.
What?
Yeah, the cars
And
are very long.
they look so small on TV, yaar.
They look so small on TV and of course on the phone,
Yeah.
but in reality they are like different. So I'm hoping we get a chance to go to the pits and check the cars out in person, make some nice reels and videos of those cars probably.
Okay. So give me a glimpse of what the power output is.
What the power output is? Power output is around 402 horsepower and the top speed is almost
200.
No, 200 miles per hour. So 321 kilometers per hour is the top speed. Let me just have a look. I don't know the specs.
Where will they go with 300 kilometers per hour on a
321 kph is the top speed.
Wow.
Maximum power is 350 kilowatt or 402 horsepower. The width is 1700 millimeters, which is almost that of a Brezza or a Honda City, I believe. The wheelbase is 2970 millimeters.
Okay.
Almost the size of a quid, I think. Slightly smaller than that.
Wheelbase, okay.
Yeah.
But the car
And
is...
the car is 5 meters long. The height is 1023 millimeters. मतलब इतनी
Nice.
100
They'll
centimeters.
be sitting even lower. than
हाँ
what-
इतनी होगी 100 centimeters.
That's it.
हाँ.
Pretty nice.
And the powertrain, of course, power sent to the front and rear wheels.
Front and rear.
Yeah,
It's an all-wheel drive thingy.
of course.
Oh, this is something
And that's
interesting.
about it. So these are the
F1 is
basic
rear-wheel
specs. These are the basic specs, and now,
F1 is just rear-wheel drive.
yeah.
Ah.
So these are the basic specs. What is the race day format? Practice होता है पहले 30 minutes का, and then we have the race.
Okay.
And the power of 350 kW is available throughout the race.
Okay.
But I think there are some different modes also, like a video game. You get a power mode, attack mode, ऐसा कुछ तो होता है.
Oh, lovely. Now, you've told me there are power banks and all of that. When can we charge?
You can charge between sessions. You cannot charge in the middle of a race. You cannot charge in the middle of a practice session or a qualifying session. Sessions के मतलब बीच में charge कर सकते हो, like between sessions, not during a session.
हाँ.
So if you start a race, you have to manage the battery till the end of the race. ऐसा नहीं कि
what
खत्म
if-
हो गई तो
What
charge
if
करो.
they get like a cheat code के 20,000 mAh का power bank लगा के pocket में डाल के लेंगे?
तो कोई गोलमा मूवी में होता है जैसे फ्यूल निकालता है ऐसे इसमें टाइप सी केबल निकालते बट जोक्स असाइड सो दे आर नॉट अलाउड टू चार्ज द कार ड्यूरिंग द सेशन बिटवीन सेशंस दे कैन डू इट ऑफ कोर्स रेस के पहले या क्वालिफाइंग के पहले लेकिन एक बार स्टार्ट हो गया देन यू कैन नॉट गो एंड चार्ज this thing battery and talking about tires you get 18-inch tires on all the cars they are supplied by Hankook because they are this official supplier of course for Formula E and every driver gets a set of around 6 tires for front and rear for the entire weekend.
Okay, that's nice.
So that is the same
And
thing
the
for
tire
every
wear will be a little bit more standardized because all the 4 wheels are running power. It's not like F1 that the front wheels are handling the complete braking and handling and the rear tires are just sliding around taking out the power.
Yeah, but imagine how difficult it must be to drive these cars. I mean, they are 5 meters long, they are so low, visibility is seriously limited.
And
और वो judgment अलग ही level पे आती होगी
and
मतलब.
being on a street circuit in Hyderabad, like out of nowhere, you are coming all the way to Hyderabad to drive such vehicles that can go like they're so quick 200 kilometers per 300
321 kilometers
I
per
don't know
hour.
anybody who will be able to go 300 on a street circuit. They might be, they might not be, but imagine the amount of torque they have in hand.
Yeah, man.
That's immediate,
How the 0 to 100 must be less than 3 seconds, I believe, for these cars.
and that's the amount of G-force they are handling.
I'm actually happy something is happening in India finally with regards to motorsports. I mean, it was the whole scene was, you know, not dead, but it was not very happening also. I mean, a lot of rallies have been happening, of course. All those dirt rallies and all that.
Yes.
And but yeah, there was no formula in India. No Formula 1. MotoGP is happening, I think.
There was one formula in India.
When is MotoGP happening in India?
It's happening in September.
This year, na?
Yeah,
We'll go and see that also.
Yeah, we'll go. MotoGP is something that I'm dying for now.
Yeah. So Formula E में यही है मतलब this is the basic funda that hopefully we'll go there and get a chance to shoot the cars, have a look at the cars, maybe interact with the team principals, the drivers, and see what is like more happening over there.
Yes.
That's the basic thing.
We'll see some charging ports and all.
I'm going to carry 3-4 power banks with me.
Maybe
And then-
sneak into someone and help them out.
Yeah. And then probably after Formula E have some nice paradise biryani.
Oh,
in Hyderabad.
lovely. So there is an Indian manufacturer, Mahindra, which I feel proud of to talk about.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
are there any Indian drivers? Or
Jihan Darwala is there, but he's a reserve driver for Mahindra Racing.
Oh.
He's not driving or taking part right now,
Okay.
but he's there.
Okay,
So
if
probably
any-
in a couple of years, or maybe I don't know, next year also, maybe we might see him racing. That's a good thing.
Indians are here.
Indians are everywhere.
Literally everywhere.
That's a good thing, na?
Yeah. Is there any criteria for drivers to join?
Criteria, of course, they have to have a lot of racing background. Usually these drivers, the F1 drivers also and the FE drivers also, they start off very young. So they start go-karting by the age of 5 probably. A lot of them do that.
I am 28.
Yeah. चले हम लोग भी करते हैं go-karting थोड़ा तो.
But little too late to talk about that. But yeah.
So these guys start go-karting like in the early stages of their life. They go through a lot of fitness practice, driving practice, and you know मतलब starting से उनको वो अलग type की training मिल जाती है. Then after go-karting they take part in various championships, local championships, country level championships. They win trophies. They score good points, of course, and they try to bring in some sponsors also. A lot of brands sponsor these young talents. And after that they move on to F3, F2, eventually F1 also. Formula E का भी वही मतलब वही type का फंडा होता है.
Oh, nice. Acha, so is there any difference, like major difference in terms of, we discussed about the performance being rear wheel drive, front wheel drive. So Formula 1 is something that's loud, crazy. There is a street circuit in Formula 1 as well, right?
Yeah, there are quite a
three
few.
street circuits.
Yeah.
Baku.
Monaco is a street
Monaco,
circuit.
yes. Monaco is a street circuit. So Hyderabad is a similar street circuit. And where can we watch these?
So
Like
if you're
live?
sitting at your home, you can watch it on Disney Hotstar, or you can see the highlights on YouTube. You can also
Hashtag not sponsored, huh?
and there are some news sports channels also. I think Star Sports में आता है ये Formula 2, Formula E, sorry.
Yes.
And regarding the tracks, I mean, India is a street circuit, the Hyderabad one, but internationally there are a lot of tracks. Some are street circuits, some are those normal circuits also.
Correct.
And
I don't know the reason why, but they should have at least got a chance to get onto the Bhuj International Circuit. Yeah, they're doing it in Hyderabad due to a street circuit. There might be some reasons behind that we don't know about, but doing on BIC would have been even.
But I don't think any Formula E race happens on a Formula 1 track. I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm not saying because I saw the calendar.
Okay.
So these races happen at completely different locations and not the ones that are shared
It's a
with
complete
F1.
different thing altogether.
Yeah. the look and feel of the cars is different. The cars, of course, they share a similar profile, I guess, but again, it's a massive difference.
Correct. The wheels are covered a bit more, and
The wheels are covered, the design of the driver's cockpit is different, the front area is different.
However, there is still a halo.
There is still a halo. It's a very good thing for safety.
Yes.
We've seen that in the past few years in F1.
So what if that battery goes down drastically? Do they have to retire, or what's the case?
No, so they don't really retire. They know how to manage the battery. उसमें regeneration भी होता है. They drive efficiently. So all those things are there, and the batteries have a good capacity.
It's not always full throttle all the way.
yeah. They have to manage it somehow. They have to finish the race, right?
Correct.
I mean, sometimes it might happen that the battery is low on charge, but it does not happen a lot of times. So that is not a big issue.
Before we end today's topic, is there a chance for any kid who's watching this video, or maybe a parent who's an enthusiast, and can they get their kids into this? Because
of course they can. They have
to.
No, you cannot. It's late
I
for you
put my
now.
kid in though. Yeah.
But see, now honestly, I think there's a good potential for kids. So if you want to do something, if you want your kid to do something like this, you can start off early. You can take them for go-karting sessions. You can take part in local championships, local races, get recognized by talent near you, and see maybe if you can find a way out. But of course, the formula is to start young and do a lot of practice. Of course, it is not very cheap. It is really expensive. These motorsports, all sports, I think, are very expensive. So you have to find some sponsors eventually.
Making a career out of this.
Yeah, there is a good potential for sure in any kind of sport, not just Formula E, Formula 1 also. Of course, we have not seen a lot of Indian drivers in Formula 1, but yeah, there is potential. Of course, we are competing with a lot of drivers from the world.
Correct.
So that is that the competitiveness is very high, but of course.
And it's coming from the place where the architecture, the atmosphere, where racing is considered not just a hobby but a profession as well.
It's a profession, yeah.
In India, it is coming up a bit. It is taking some time, but yeah, there is a future which I find pride in.
Yeah, that is what I'm happy about. That Formula E is happening in India now. See, honestly, not a lot of people know about Formula E. We also don't know a lot of things, right?
Exactly.
We follow Formula 1. We don't know jack shit about Formula E.
That's true.
We've been reading that since morning today.
Yeah.
But that is the case, right? If Formula E comes to India, more and more people will be aware about it. People will start researching on the internet. They will start watching videos on YouTube. They'll start watching previous seasons, races on YouTube or whatever platform is there. And
I know there is some series on Netflix with regards to Formula 1.
Yeah, that's Drive to Survive. It's a pretty good series.
Yes. Not sponsored again, but if you want to watch something that's like binge watch, I know our podcasts are not binge watch worthy, but right now, but that series is.
Yeah. So Drive to Survive, you start watching that, you'll probably get interested in motorsports. I started watching Drive to Survive in 2021, like when I got COVID, 2021.
That was one of the reasons to have that adrenaline rush.
So yeah, motorsports needs some more interest from the Indian audiences because people are like crazy about cricket and football and all that. Motorsports का market वैसे limited है, उसमें Formula E का तो और भी ज़्यादा limited है.
Correct.
So I think it's a
one
good
of the
thing.
major reasons why we wanted to make this podcast is to say it out loud.
Make people aware that this race is happening.
Yes.
If you have time, go and watch it in person or on the internet. Read up a bit about Formula E. We'll also read up a bit more.
Because it will be something different than what you do every day.
Yeah. I mean,
Taking your
making fun of electric cars is one thing, but of course, it's a motorsport, right? It's not something very easy. It's not a cakewalk. Exactly. So it is definitely something very interesting. It will be very different from Formula 1.
Yes.
So yeah, hopefully I'll have a great weekend over there and you can watch it online.
On that sad note, it's time to end. There's one thing I'll say. Don't race on the streets. Get yourself into proper racing, and
if you want to race, get into proper racing. A lot of local events also happen these days, drag races and all that. You can take part in those with your mass market normal car.
Call us, bring your bike, we'll take you to a drag race. We'll do that.
Yeah, we can do that. Chalo, then that's about it. We'll see you in the next podcast very soon. Thank you so much.
Bye.